Welcome to The Real, Episode 4, The Confusion Over Few. I was reading an article in Christianity Today entitled, Why We Argue Best with Our Mouth Closed. No, it was not my focused self-help article, thank you very much. But it did get me to thinking about evangelism and its goal, to seek and to save those who are lost. While the article was full of studies discussing how listening is helpful in persuasion, what I was thinking was, hey, do these guys have any reason to be persuaded? Jesus said in Luke chapter 5, verse 31, It is not those who are well who need a physician, but those who are sick. Therefore, our newfounded listening emphasis should enable us to define the sickness in people. Right. Yes, ma'am, I hear your pain, and you know its origin. You're a sinner. Yeah, I can see that going over real well. So well, in fact, that another article from Christianity Today questions whether we should even bring up sin. Don't want to dilute the prospect pool, you know. This article stated, what kind of Christianese words do you avoid? Sin. It sounds to people like ideas of judgment and behavior modification and trying to fit someone into a narrow box. Newsflash. The word sin should conjure up judgment, behavior modification, and a narrow box. Ever heard the wages of sin is death, or do not conform to this world, or narrow is the road and small is the gate, and what? Few will find it. Now don't get it twisted. There are indeed those few people out there who know that they are doing wrong, should be doing better, but can't get over the hump. Those folk know they're sick. Call it low-hanging fruit. But I didn't see Jesus trying to convince people they were sick. Jesus just said in Matthew 11:28, Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. You got to know you're weary and heavy laden. And by the way, this verse is on the list of a rant for another day. But anywho, perhaps that's why out of the thousands that followed Jesus, only a few were saved. And all the listening in the world can't make a sinner want to give up his sin. The best listening can do is identify the disease, disobedience to God, or sin, point that out to the patient, and then point to the physician. If the person is sick and tired of being sick and tired, they're going to the doctor. But in most minds, the cure is worse than the illness. And people, there ain't nothing a believer can do about that. I guess that's why the guy asked in Luke chapter 13, verse 23, Lord, are there just a few being saved? Yeah. Election notwithstanding, there just ain't a whole lot of folk with an eternal perspective sufficient to see it might be best to get that cancer of sin cut out of them before it kills them. And all the listening in the world won't raise the number of those who want to hear that diagnosis. So while listening is a very important skill to possess, truth will inevitably send most of that evangelistic prospect pool running. Few shouldn't be confusing. It still means not that many. I know, it's unwanted, it's uncomfortable, it's inconvenient, it's real. Welcome to The Real. Until next time, ever forward.